pulled, and that pitch catches the inside down on the bottom end with a fastball, strike one. 3 balls and a strike. Now Faust comes to the ball game having batted 15 times with 4 runs, and that pitch is called strike two. Full count now on the first batter of the ball game. We are at Whiteoak High School, the home of, as it's ground ball outside the first baseline, foul. The count will remain 3-2. Whiteoak Wildcats, one of the nicest fields in Southern Ohio. It was voted the best field in the state of Ohio. I believe it was back in 2017. It is a gorgeous facility here. Faust stands back in, and it's a ground ball, this time fair to the first base side, as they're going to, it's going to be a close call, and I think, yes, the runner is safe. Jason Applegate had trouble dealing with the ground ball. He tried to flip it to Moonstone, and that'll go down as an E3. And Lynchburg Clay has their first base runner. And that'll bring Josiah Burns to the plate. Josiah, .343 batting average. He's a center fielder. He's a left-handed batter as well. They throw over to first, and the runner is back. Josiah, a junior. Both of these teams playing lots of underclassmen. Lynchburg Clay does not start a single senior. And it's a little ground ball to Roberts, the second baseman. He flips it to second for one. They will not get the double play as the ball was dropped at first base, but they'll get the lead runner for the first out of the inning. Burns will be safe at first on a fielder's choice. I think he would have beaten it anyway. And that'll bring Cole Wells, the pitcher, to the plate. Cole, a .500 batter. What kind of batting average is that? He's batted 34 times with 6 runs, 17 hits. Listen to this: 2 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, 14 RBIs, and 6 stolen bases with a .558 on-base percentage. And first pitch is in, and he takes strike one. Moonstone, a right-handed batter, and it's called a strike. The throw goes down to second base, and safe at second with a stolen base is Josiah Burns. So that'll put a runner in scoring position for Lynchburg Clay. Wells back. And it's a line shot into left center field. It could be trouble. It is not, yes it is. It's a one-hop, I guess. Yes, a one-hop to the left fielder, and that'll be a single to left field. I have a partition in front of me. I leaned over and could not see what actually happened on that one. So it's a single to left field. And that'll move the runner over. So now we have runners on the corners with one down for Braden West, the number 4 batter in the order. Braden, the shortstop, batting .267. The runner goes, a little bunt out in front of the plate. They'll throw it down to first. They're going to come back to home to try to get the runner. They will not. The run will score. And on the play, Burns will move over to Burns will score. Wells will move over to second. And out at first is West. So there's 2 down. And the score now 1-0. He'll be credited with an RBI as well. So now we have runners on first and second. Swing and a miss by Trevor Niehaus. And he's behind the count 0-1. 1 run is in, 2 down. Runners on first and second again. Moonstone takes a look at the runner at second, and now the pitch in the dirt. Good job by Dakota Clift keeping it in play in front of him. What a gorgeous night for baseball. We thought we had that going last night if you were listening in on our sister station C103. Wow. It all, as they say, the wheels fell off at about the 7th inning. And the count now goes to 1-1 strike. As nature said, nope, you're not going to play baseball tonight, so we suspended a tie ball game in the 7th inning. Whiteoak was playing Wellston And a foul tip off the right side. And now the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. On deck is Christian Flowers, the first baseman for the Lynchburg Clay Mustangs. This and every game this season is brought to you by Peebles Monument Company. Sharing the life of a loved one isn't just important today, it's important forever. The pitch again, and it's a line shot up the middle. That'll score at least one more run. They're going to hold him. That's interesting. Good job on the part of Isaiah Clift. He got that back in. That was actually shallow, and Isaiah Clift closed on it very quickly, and they were able to hold the runner at third base. So now you'll have Niehaus at first as Moonstone again on the mound. They throw over to first. The runner's back. Cole Wells is at third. The pitch again. It's called strike one. No balls and a strike on Christian Flowers. Flowers a junior as well. Every player starting for Lynchburg Clay is a junior except for Niehaus and Faust, Elam Faust. Elam Faust is a sophomore, Niehaus a freshman. Pitch, in for a ball. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. On deck now, Austin Bell, the right fielder for Lynchburg Clay. As again, Moonstone looks at the runners. And swing and a miss. And that's strike 2. On the play, Niehaus moves over to second. So now you have runners at second and third. 1 run is in. If you're just joining us, it's Whiteoak Wildcats hosting the Lynchburg Clay Mustangs. The pitch again. And it's a little line shot up the middle for a base hit. Again, that will score at least 1. The throw's coming in, and they'll get the second runner for the third out. But they score a second one. And Christian Flowers drives in a run, and Lynchburg Clay takes a 2-0 lead. We'll move to the bottom of the first. Whiteoak bats right after this here on 99.5 The Edge and Goodguysradiotv.
Snap, snap, snappy tomato pizza.
Oh, that's your family's stomach hungry for dinner. And the best way to tame that savage beast is by feeding it a Beast Pizza from Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Beast Pizza.
The Beast Pizzas equal to 3 large pizzas. Get one with 1 topping, only $26.99. Or get the Junior Beast, bigger than an extra large with 1 topping, only $15.99. For fast, snappy delivery, go to snappytomato.com.
Snappy delivery.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Ron Lynch, can help. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, we can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 481 Tucker Drive in Maysville. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Higg Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
28 batters with a 1.091 whip and a 1.14 ERA. Two good pitchers on the mound tonight. It should be a fun ball game. Lynchburg Clay, if you're just joining us, jumped out to a 2-0 lead there in that first inning. But we want to make sure you mark your calendars for Friday, May 10th, as we bring you coverage of the Southern Hills Athletic Conference track meet exclusively here on Good Guys Radio TV. Wells, a right-handed pitcher, and it's foul back, strike one. For Whiteoak, Xander Rhodes, Caden Moonstone, Eli Roberts, and Jonah Michael in that order. Rhodes, the shortstop, leadoff batter with a .400 batting average. And he drives one into right center field. That'll drop for extra bases. Rhodes is rounding first. He'll go into second with a double. And Whiteoak is in business with their first batter on base with a double to right center field. That'll bring Caden Moonstone, the pitcher, to the plate. Caden, a .366 batter with a .509 on base percentage. He's batted 41 times. Has 10 RBIs on the season. A chance to add to that here with a runner on second. A pitch is high and in, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. It's time for the Higgins scoreboard update, brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing, providing professional materials to their professional customers. The score is 2-0 Lynchburg Clay. The pitch now, and it misses outside. Check that, as that was strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Eli Roberts, the second baseman, on deck. Boy, did he have a big night last night. And they hit the batter. That'll put a runner at first. And that'll bring Eli Roberts to the plate. Roberts, the number 3 batter in the order. Runners on first and second now. Tying run is on first. Nobody down here in the first inning. On deck now, the freshman Jonah Michael for Whiteoak. Cole Wells takes his time, looks at the runner at second, and pitch misses down for a ball. Ball one. Fun season this year. Very competitive baseball when they can get the play in. Again, Wells checks down on the runner, and it's a ground ball foul outside the third baseline, strike one. That'll even the count at 1-1. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes reminds you, don't tempt fate. That text can wait. Please put down the phone and drive safely. As again, Wells has really slowed down the pace a bit. He gets his sign from his catcher, Faust. And the pitch high for a ball. As once again, Wells taking his time. Again checks the runner, and again the pitch. And the pitch misses outside. And our count goes even at 2-2. Now, Roberts last night had a triple and a double and a single. What a night he had at the plate. And he jumps on that one. It's a little pop fly, foul out of play back behind us. And the count remains even at 2-2. If you get the opportunity, what you can do is listen to us with one ear or watch on Good Guys Radio TV and then listen with the other end to C103. As I said, Ken Smith bringing you that ball game. Eastern hosting Fairfield, the Lions. And that's a line shot up the middle and snagged by the second baseman. The runner is back safe. Heads up running there on the part of Xander Rhodes. He could have easily been picked off. That looked like it was going to go further than what it did. It actually died a little bit. I thought it was going to clear the second baseman. But nice play there by Asher Faust as he picks it off for the first out of the inning. And just it turned out to be just a little shallow line drive as Jonah Michael, the third baseman, comes to the plate. Now Jonah, a left-handed batter, has a .231 batting average. Pulls that right foot all the way back toward first base to open that stance up. Runners again on first and second, and the runner goes. They will not throw to third as the catcher, Faust, drops the baseballs, and we'll have a double steal as both runners will advance. So that'll put runners on second and third. One ball and no strikes now on Jonah Michael. And again the pitch. And that one called strike one. 1-1. And with Michael at the plate, that'll put Jason Applegate, the first baseman, on deck. Now Michael, again, a left-handed batter. Big hole in right center field. It's interesting the way they're playing him. Not playing him to pull at all. And the pitch high and out for a ball. Wouldn't be so, and interesting enough, the left fielder shading even a little bit toward left. So you've got pretty good holes in right and left center field. Again, Wells taking his time. And that pitch called strike three. And that'll be the second out of the inning. And that brings Jason Applegate to the plate. Jason, the first baseman, he's a junior. He's batted 37 times. He has 6 RBIs. Opportunity knocks here with runners on second and third. Applegate, a pretty good-sized guy. And pitch high and inside. Almost got him. Ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. We're in the first inning here at Whiteoak. And again, Lynchburg Clay leading 2-0. Whiteoak got their first 2 runners on and now have been unable to move them in. And the pitch misses inside again. Ball 2. Dakota Clift, the catcher, on deck for Whiteoak. And Wells really taking a lot of time now. The pitch again. And it's a little ground ball to the third baseman. He'll have to play the long throw to first. And they miss him and a run scores. He pulled the first baseman off the bag. And now the first baseman, Christian Flowers, is having a conversation with the umpire. He disagrees. He thought that was an out. And instead, the run is going to score. It's interesting. Umpires don't like it when the players question their call. So Applegate will be safe at first with an infield single. He'll get an RBI. And that'll put runners on the corners again. Xander Rhodes scored. Moonstone is at third. Applegate is at first. Wells now the pitch. And called strike one on Dakota Clift. What happened, the throw pulled him off the bag. I don't know if it would have gotten him even if it had been on target. But it pulled off the bag, and he did a slap tag or a sweep tag. And the pitch in, and the runner moves over as Jason Applegate will steal second uncontested. One and one now. And again the pitch. Swing and a miss. He had plans for that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. We do not have a baseball game tomorrow night. We have one on Saturday morning, though. It's a makeup game. North Adams hosting Peebles. And the pitch again. Swing and a miss. And he strikes him out, but not before Whiteoak scores 1 run back. We now have a 2-1 ball game. Lynchburg Clay leads. They'll bat right after this on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever. ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com. Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
We start the second inning with Austin Bell, Asher Faust, and Cody Bell. And quickly there, Austin Bell takes 2 balls. On the mound, it's Caden Moonstone. Behind the plate, Dakota Clift. At first base, Jason Applegate. Second base, Eli Roberts. That pitch, strike 1. 2-1 now. The third baseman, Jonah Michael. The shortstop, Xander Rhodes. In left field, Abraham Flater, as that pitch misses, and the count goes to 3-1. Center field, Isaiah Clift, and right field, Cameron Storms. In that first inning, Lynchburg Clay has the pitch now, and it's called strike 2. The count goes full. In that first inning, Lynchburg Clay scored 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error. They stranded 1. They lead 2-1 here, and that pitch gets away from the catcher. Doesn't make any difference, though, because that's a walk. And Austin Bell will be safe at first to start things off here in the second inning. Asher Faust comes to the plate. Asher, another one of these juniors, 133 batting average. 15 times he's batted with 3 runs, 2 hits, 4 stolen bases, a .316 on-base percentage. He's a left-handed batter. And swing and a miss, he chases a fastball, strike 1. Really upright stance. Doesn't open it or close it in any manner. Thanks to Winchester Carpet Outlet, one of the great season sponsors. Winchester Carpet Outlet, prices so low that they'll floor you. Moonstone on the mound, runner on first base, nobody down, top of the second inning. Runner goes, and it's a little ground ball past the first baseman into right field for a base hit. Rounding second, going into third would be Austin Bell. Faust will be safe at first with a single. So that'll put runners on the corner with nobody out, and already Lynchburg Clay is threatening here in the second inning. Cody Bell, the left fielder, comes to the plate. Cody, a .259 batter. On deck is the leadoff batter, Elam Faust. And they throw down to third, and throw it into left field, and the runner will score. Not a good look for the Whiteoak defense. They tried to bluff the runners. Instead of throwing to second, they threw to third, and they threw it over Jonah Michael's head, and Austin Bell will score. That will be an E2. And now Lynchburg Clay takes a 3-1 lead. And the pitch outside for a ball. And on the play, by the way, Faust moved over to second. So now you have a runner on second, one run already in. And that pitch called a strike. Bell, the number 9 batter in the order. So as I said, Elam Faust, he's the leadoff batter. He's on deck now. And again the pitch, and again it's fouled off the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, a run in, a runner on second base. Don't forget to stay tuned after the game as we name our Snappies player of the game. That's Snappies. There's a swing and a miss, and he struck him out. It's the first strikeout of the ball game issued by Moonstone. It'll be the first out of the inning. And again, Elam Faust will come to the plate. Elam, the left-handed batter, in the first hitting, had a ground ball to first base and reached on an error. Was later forced for the first out of the inning, and that pitch is called ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. That game on Saturday morning, as we said, it's a makeup between North Adams and Peebles, and that should be a fun ball game. That's always a rivalry. As they throw down to second base, Faust is back. He's safe. Count remains 1 ball, no strikes. You probably all know the two schools adjoin each other, and they are rivalries in everything. And the pitch misses. That is called strike 1. 1-1. Josiah Burns, the center fielder, on deck. Now Faust has 4 RBIs on the season, and little pop fly, shallow infield. The shortstop is out. He'll make the play. They had a chance getting Faust at second on a double up, and they didn't, as the two outfielders collide. The left fielder, Flater, collided with Rhodes, actually took his feet out from under him, and how Rhodes held onto that baseball, I don't know, but that was a good play by Rhodes. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Had he let loose of that, that would have at least absolutely would have scored a run. And that's what Faust thought was going to happen. He was on his way to third. He turned around, and nice throw by Rhodes. They almost got him at second, but nonetheless, there's 2 down. Nobody on now. I misspoke. Asher Faust is on. That's right, he went back to second. So Faust is at second, 2 away. At the plate, Josiah Burns, the center fielder. Josiah hit a ground ball to the second baseman, reached on a fielder's choice, later stole a base and scored. And it's a little bouncer to the second baseman, Roberts. He can't get a hold of the baseball, and everybody is safe. And Whiteoak is really struggling defensively, and that's really unusual for a Whiteoak ball club because usually one of their fortes is defense. On the play, Faust moves over to third now. So now you've got, and by the way, that'll go down as an E4. So now you'll have a runner at first, a runner at third, 2 down. Cole Wells, the pitcher, comes to the plate. They throw over to first. The runner is back. Wells at the plate hit a single to left field and scored a run in the first inning. He's got a monstrous 500 batting average. And he jumps all over that one. Into left field it goes. It'll one-hop the left fielder, and another run will score. As Burns moves over to second. Scoring is Faust. So now Lynchburg Clay has scored 2 runs here in the inning. Burns will be at second. Wells will be at first with an RBI single. And Lynchburg Clay takes a 4-1 lead And that pitch is in, strike one. No balls and a strike. Braden West at the plate, the shortstop for the Lynchburg Clay Mustangs. And the pitch again. That's called strike two. No balls and two strikes. Moonstone is going to have to bail his defense out a little bit. His defense let him down here. Whiteoak normally a highly communicative team, and they lacking in communications, and they've bobbled the ball a few times. It's unusual for them the first two innings, and the pitch misses out for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trevor Niehaus, the third baseman, on deck for the Mustangs. Mustangs in second place in Division I, only 1 game behind Eastern. You can bet they're cheering for Fairfield tonight. And that's a little bounder to the shortstop. Rhodes will play it. He throws to first. That'll be the third out of the inning, but not before they score 2 more. Lynchburg Clay takes a 4-1 lead here at Whiteoak. Back after this on 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio TV.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
I'm too hot.
I'm too cold. Well, I'm just right, thanks to Schaefer Heating and Cooling.
Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro have been your comfort experts since 1985. For service, repair, installation, and more, visit SchaeferHVAC.us or call for a free quote at 937-466-1080. The hot summer months are coming. Let Schaefer Heating and Cooling service your AC unit ahead of time or call for 24-hour emergency service.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
We come back, ladies and gentlemen. We move to the bottom of the second inning. Whiteoak will bat trailing 4-1. In that last inning, Lynchburg Clay continues to pour it on as they scored 2 runs as first pitch hitting, and it's played by the second baseman. They throw it to first, and the runner is safe. Didn't even get to tell you that was Jacob Kiley, the designated hitter, and give him an infield single to the second baseman. And that'll put him at first base, and that'll bring Abraham Flater to the plate. Lynchburg Clay in that last inning, they scored 2 runs on a walk, 2 hits, and 2 errors. They stranded 2, and that pitch is in for a strike. Flater, the left fielder, a .216 batter, 37 at bats, .318 on base percentage, and that's called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. As again, this time Wells really taking his time. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 down. That'll bring Cameron Storms to the plate. Storms, the right fielder. Again, defensively for Lynchburg Clay. Elam Faust behind the plate. Christian Flowers at first. Asher Faust at second. Trevor Niehaus at third. Braden West, the shortstop. In left field, Cody Bell. Center field, Josiah Burns. And Austin Bell in right field as that pitch is in. Ball one. Kylie at first base, one down. Cameron Storms at the plate. On deck, Xander Rhodes. Pitch high and in. Ball two. Storms has batted 26 times this season. With a 115 batting average. And it's foul back into the fence. Strike one. Let's get another Higgins scoreboard update brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing in Hillsboro and Jackson. Again, the score, Lynchburg Clay 4, Whiteoak 1. Storm stands back in. Wells, the pitch, call strike two. That evens the count at 2-2. How about a shout out to our season sponsor, Willie & Son Trucking. Get your motor running and roll on with Willie & Son Trucking. South of Leesburg, north of Hillsboro. And swing and a miss. And the second strikeout victim of the inning, second out of the inning. Runner on first base, that'll bring Xander Rhodes, the shortstop, to the plate. Now Xander hit a double to right center field, stole a base and scored a run that first inning. That's the only run that Whiteoak has scored so far. Not a big crowd to start, but boy, they're coming in now. As the pitch is out, ball one. Especially on the Whiteoak side of things. Big crowd. Throw over to first. Kylie is back. And after all the rain we've had the last, period of time, however long it's been, it seemed like it went on for months, and I know it didn't, but you talk about a gorgeous day. This is the kind that you'd pay for. And it's a line shot right up the middle. That'll be at least a base hit. It is. Kylie will hold at second. Rhodes will be safe at first with a single. Now 2 for 2 on the evening. And that'll bring Caden Moonstone, the pitcher, to the plate with runners on first and second. Moonstone was hit by a pitch, stole a base, but was stranded in that first inning. And I'm not sure what that's about, but I guess there was a softball in the outfield. They called timeout there. As most of you probably know, Lynchburg Clay is here at Whiteoak playing baseball. They also have the softball team here, so there's always a double headers, and they do that on purpose. Saves transportation costs. A lot of parents have, maybe you've got a daughter playing softball, a son playing baseball. You get to see at least parts of both games. But that's traditionally the way it's always done in the SHAC. And the pitch again. And it gets away from the catcher, and he cannot find it. Both runners will advance. Looked like it bounced off of his foot or his shin guard and rolled clear back off the right side. There's not a lot of room behind the plate here. So if it's directly behind the plate, it'll usually stay in play. But it wasn't. It rolled off to the right side, and he just couldn't locate it. So both runners advance on a wild pitch. Moonstone back in, and that pitch is in for a strike. 2 balls and a strike. As I said, we're off tomorrow night. Unusual off night for us in this time of year. Got a full schedule next week, though, and that's called strike 2. Evens the count at 2-2. Last count game in the second inning on our sister station C103 was Fairfield 1, Eastern 1. It's the wind, the pitch now, swing and a miss. They strand 2 on the back of 3 strikeouts. We move to the top of the third inning. Lynchburg Clay will bat leading 4-1. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxler Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Banter Tractor.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right. It's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
Well, we talked about that game on Saturday. As I said, it'll be North Adams hosting Peebles. The games on Saturday always have to pay attention because they are all over the place as far as time goes. I'll be on the air at about 10:40 is when we'll begin our big Between the Baseline show. First pitch will be at 11 a.m. and it's a fly ball to left center field before I could even tell you who was at the plate. And there to rein it in is Abraham Flater. So Lynchburg Clay, first batter, one pitch, one out. That was Trevor Niehaus with a fly ball to left field. And that'll bring Christian Flowers to the plate. Christian hit a single to center field and was stranded in the first inning. Lynchburg Clay comes to the plate here, comes to the bat here, leading 4-1 over the Whiteoak Wildcats. Both these teams with only one loss in league play. And that's a line shot to center field. Isaiah Clift is there. 2 up, 2 down. And in the SHAC, Division I teams play each other twice, and they play the Division II teams once. The Division II teams play each other twice, and they play the Division I teams once. So both these games I keep talking about, the one on our sister station C103 and the one here, these will be the only 2 times these teams meet each other. And we talk about rivalry. I was talking about North Adams to Peebles. Rivalries don't get much bigger than the one between Whiteoak and Lynchburg Clay. I don't care if it's baseball, basketball, or whatever it is. And that's pitches in for a strike. Austin Bell, the batter, by the way. Evens count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Austin walked, moved over an error and scored a run in the second. And now the count will go 2 balls and a strike. Asher Faust, the second baseman, on deck. That pitch misses, and now Bell ahead in the count, 3-1. But these 2 teams, they always play each other tough. And that's called strike 2, and the count goes full. Whiteoak, a long-time baseball powerhouse. Lynchburg Clay, a strong, very strong program on their own right. Called strike 3, 3 up, 3 down. We move to the bottom of the third inning. Whiteoak will bat trailing 4-1. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV at 99.5 The Edge.
Snap, snap, snappy tomato pizza.
Oh, that's your family's stomach hungry for dinner. And the best way to tame that savage beast is by feeding it a Beast Pizza from Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Beast Pizza.
The Beast Pizzas equal to 3 large pizzas. Get one with 1 topping, only $26.99. Or get the Junior Beast, bigger than an extra large with 1 topping, only $15.99. For fast, snappy delivery, go to snappytomato.com.
Snappy delivery.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Ron Lynch, can help. If you have more questions and answers about what's next, we can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 481 Tucker Drive in Maysville. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen. Eli Roberts, Jonah Michael, and Jason Applegate in that order. Roberts is in there and takes ball one. Roberts hit a hot line drive to the second baseman for the first out in the first inning. Whiteoak comes to the plate here trailing 4-1. The count now 1-1 strike. And it gets away from the catcher. Won't make any difference. It'll be... and I guess they said the batter went. They did. That'll be strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They appealed it down to first base, and as now Wells ahead in the count. Wells, a right-handed pitcher, and he misses outside. And evens it at 2-2. Wells again gets his sign from the catcher Faust. And again the pitch. And that's a hard hit ball to the shortstop. It died a little bit in the grass. A quick throw to first base. 1 down. Nice play there on the part of West. It looked like it was going to get to him quicker. He quickly played it off the deep grass and was able to make the quick throw and gets the first out. Wells comes to the ball game having pitched 18 in the third innings. He struck out 28 batters in that 18 innings with a 1.09 whip and a 1.145 ERA. First pitch is in, ball one to Jonah Michael. Pitch misses outside, ball two. We're in the bottom of the third inning. The bottom of the third inning on our sister station, it's Fairfield and Eastern tied 1-1. A low-scoring ball game. Foul back. That'll be strike one. 2-1. Jason Applegate, the big first baseman for Whiteoak, on deck. Jonah Michael was a strikeout victim in the first inning. He went down on a called strike 3. Swing and a miss. He chased one. Second out of the inning. And that'll bring Applegate to the plate. And that's the 6th strikeout recorded here in the ball game by Wells, as he is dealing. Applegate swing and a miss, chased a fastball high and out, strike one. Applegate had an infield single for an RBI, and scoring drove in the only run that Whiteoak has. He was stranded at second. And pitched down for ball one. 1-1. Applegate stands in again. Pitch called strike two. 1-2. Dakota Cliff, the catcher, on deck for the Whiteoak Wildcats. This game moving right along, by the way. And that's a little bloop. Should drop for a single. It does. A little base hit into right field as Applegate's on base for the second time here in the ball game. Give him a single to right field. That'll bring Dakota Clift, the catcher, to the plate. Now Dakota, a .263 batting average with 9 RBIs. A chance to add to that number. This team down by 3. Applegate at first. Applegate gets a pretty good lead. The pitch is high, ball 1. Applegate, for his size, is really quick, but he's a pretty good-sized guy. So probably won't do a lot of running. He has stolen some bases. As on the season, he's stolen 2. And that pitch gets away from the catcher, but he'll keep it in front of him. So 2 balls and no strikes now on Dakota Clift. And again, the pitch, swing, and it was a foul back, strike 1. It doesn't matter, he swung at it, but 2 balls and a strike. Now we are so far behind in our schedule. This season will actually end week after next, and we'll move to tournament play. So we really have a lot of games to get in. When I say this, the entire league. As the throw down to second base, the runner's safe. And Applegate steals second base, gives him his 3rd stolen base in the season. But that was a strike, and so the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. But now we have a runner in scoring position for the Whiteoak Wildcats. As again the pitch, and it's fouled off. And the count remains 2-2. Again, our umpires tonight, Jeff Burns and Ron Burns. And the pitch misses outside, and it gets away from the catcher again, and Applegate will move over to third. So now Whiteoak's second run is only 90 feet away. He's now stolen a base and moved over on a wild pitch. Time called now by Dakota Clift. Trying to get Wells out of his rhythm. Wells again a right-handed pitcher. Clift a right-handed batter. Swing, and he chases one. It gets away from the catcher. Can he beat the throw to first? He does, and the runner is safe at first. So that'll be a strikeout with a wild pitch. Will not be out, of course. So now Dakota Clift at first base. Applegate held at third. That'll bring the tying run to the plate in Jacob Kiley, the designated hitter. Now, Kiley hit an infield single to the second baseman, moved over to a wild pitch, and was stranded in the second inning. We are in the bottom of the third, by the way, and the runner goes as that first pitch is in, called strike 1. And uncontested, Clift is at second base. So now you have runners at second and third. Kiley, a freshman. Big kid, though. And that'll be fouled back out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Now there's 2 down. As Wells was able to get the first 2 batters. He's taken a lot of time, throwing a lot of pitches here in this last 2 batters. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out, and that'll end the inning. Lynchburg Clay leads 4-1. They'll bat right after this on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever. ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com.
We now move to the top of the fourth inning. Lynchburg Clay will bat. They lead 4-1. The Mustangs from Lynchburg Clay. And first pitch is in. It's called strike one on Asher Faust, the second baseman. Asher hit a single to right field and scored a run in the second inning. Lynchburg Clay got their runs, 2 in the first, 2 in the second. In the first, they got 2 runs on 3 hits and an error. The second inning, they got 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, and a walk. And that pitch is strike 2. On our sister station, that score remains 1-1. 1-1, I should say, and that's called strike 3. So with 3 pitches, there's 1 down. And that's the third strikeout of the ball game issued by Moonstone. That'll bring Cody Bell to the plate for the Lynchburg Clay Mustangs. Bell, the left fielder. And first pitch is in. As Bell was a strikeout victim in the second inning. And he takes strike 1 there. Begin your pathway to completion today with Southern State Community College. It's in for a ball. Check it out at sscc.edu. Thanks to Southern State for sponsoring our baseball coverage, by the way. We certainly appreciate their support. And it's a ground ball to the pitcher. He knocks it down. The third baseman will have to make the play, but safe at first will be Cody Bell. And that'll bring the leadoff batter, Elam Faust, to the plate. With a runner on first base and 1 down. Faust hit a ground ball to the first baseman, reached on an error and was forced in the first. Then hit a fly ball to the shortstop, one where Xander Rhodes fell backwards over the left fielder but was able to hang on to the baseball. By the way, Caden Moonstone, the pitcher, Dakota Clift catching, Jason Applegate at first, Eli Roberts at second, Jonah Michael at third. Xander Rhodes, the shortstop, as they throw over twice to first base, and twice he's back on his belly. In the outfield, left to right, Abe Flater, Isaiah Clift, and Cameron Storms. Elam, the leadoff batter, as they throw the pitch in, and the runner goes, and he's safe at second base. So credit Cody Bell with a stolen base. Lynchburg Clay starting 7 juniors, 1 sophomore, 1 freshman. And that's a little pop fly, foul territory on down the left side. It'll be out of play. 0-2 now. Before the game, it's Between the Baselines, brought to you by Ron Lynch at Edward Jones Investments. Listen in early, and Ron will help you plan early for your future. That pitch is outside for a ball. On deck, Josiah Burns. And again, the pitch. And that's a little fly ball, shallow right field. The second baseman was out, and the right fielder will make the play. The tag up from second base, and the runner is out. Check that. Yes, the runner is out. And I guess they're going to say, I'm not sure how they played that, but Cody Bell is out. And I guess they dropped the ball. Yes, and Bell tried to stretch it a second, so that'll be a single to right field. It looked like he caught it, but I guess he one-hopped it. And that'll put Faust at second base, but now there's two down. As what happened is it looked like he caught it, but he actually dropped it. And that one gets away from the catcher. The runner will hold. And on the play, Bell decided to go to third. The throw, instead of going to second, comes into third, and they caught Bell trying to advance. And on the play, Elam Faust moved to second. So now a runner at second base with two down. The pitch is in, again almost gets away from the catcher. And that'll be ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. Cole Wells, the pitcher, is on deck for the Lynchburg Clay Mustangs. The Mustangs here in their gray trousers, black stripe down the side of it. Gold jerseys, black numerals. Their colors are black and gold. Whiteoak, on the other hand, they're in their black and white pinstripes. And that's a little pop fly in the infield. Clift is back, and he makes the play, and that'll be 3 down. We move now to the bottom of the fourth. Whiteoak trailing 4-1. We'll bat after this on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
I'm too hot.
I'm too cold. Well, I'm just right, thanks to Schaefer Heating and Cooling.
Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro have been your comfort experts since 1985. For service, repair, installation, and more, visit SchaeferHVAC.us or call for a free quote at 937-466-1080. The hot summer months are coming. Let Schaefer Heating and Cooling service your AC unit ahead of time or call for 24-hour emergency service.
We come back, ladies and gentlemen, bottom of the 4th inning. What a nice ball game we have here. Lynchburg Clay leading 4-1. Whiteoak will bat, and they will send their number 8, 9, and 1 hitters to the plate. On our sister station in C103 in the top of the 4th inning, Eastern has taken a 2-1 lead over the Fairfield Lions. We promised you 2 good ball games, and boy, we've got them for you. This is good high school baseball here. I also mentioned to you the condition of this field. The field here at Whiteoak, they actually have regular stadium seats right down in front of the press box here. They're the only school in the league, by the way, that actually has a press box. Gorgeously manicured, taken care of by Jeff Mullinex at Always Green. Jeff does such a wonderful job. It is just a good-looking facility. As Flater takes strike 1, But not only is it gorgeously green, but it's so perfectly trimmed and manicured. And the big thing, the reason that Whiteoak has played more games than anybody else has this year is because, and they've played 13, and there are some teams that have only played 3 games this year, is because as we've had a batter hit by a pitch, and we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this on 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio TV.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right. It's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
Stomach hungry for dinner, and the best way to tame that savage beast is by feeding it a Beast Pizza from Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Beast Pizza.
The Beast Pizza is equal to 3 large pizzas. Get one with 1 topping, only $26.99. Or get the Junior Beast, bigger than an extra large with 1 topping, only $15.99. For fast, snappy delivery, go to snappytomato.com.
Snappy delivery.
Back again, ladies and gentlemen. That's not anything you want to see ever, as Abe Flater took a fastball to the helmet, and he immediately hit the ground. Now, that's the bad news. The good news is he is up. He's standing up, and the Highland District trainer comes over from the softball field. They're talking to him. He's smiling and talking, and he's put his helmet on. It's like he's going to stay in. He's shaking his head. It had to hurt, though. He went down very, very quickly, but he is up, and they're acting like he's okay. There's not anybody yelling for a stretch or anything like that. He's standing at home plate, having a conversation with both the umpires and the trainer. One of the umpires is smiling. They're laughing back and forth, and so they know the protocol. The big issue, of course, is the concussion protocol. There's certain things you have to do, and I'm sure that's what they're doing right now. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back, and we'll tell you how Abe does right after this here on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Ron Lynch, can help. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, we can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 481 Tucker Drive in Maysville. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And James Flater has gone to the dugout, but he did it under his own power. He was walking alone, didn't have to be helped. He was talking. I'm sure it's just at the very least for precautionary basis. As going into run, I believe, I'm going to have to check. I believe that's either Richard Fristow or Isaac Iyer. I can't tell which that is. It's number 28. Excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong roster. Number 28 must be 26. Yeah, Caden Butler in to run for him. Caden Butler in to run for, and of course our thoughts and our prayers are for Abe Flater. But again, I do believe he's probably okay. The trainer for Highland District is very, very good. He would not have let him just walk off into the dugout. They went off together, and of course, I'm sure they'll keep a close eye on him. But he put his helmet on several times. He wanted to go onto the base, and Chris Veit and the umpires and everybody said, no, you go take a seat. So, again, out there running. He has a pinch runner out there in the form of Butler. Wells on the mound now with a runner on first base and nobody out. A 4-1 ball game, and immediately the runner goes, and he hits the second batter. And Cameron Storms will go to the plate, go to the base. So that's 2 hit batters in a row. That'll put runners on first and second now. And Xander Rhodes, the leadoff batter, will come to the plate as the catcher, Elam Faust, goes out to have a conversation with his pitcher, Cole Wells. Cole's got quite a ball game going. He's got a 1-run game here. He struck out 7. He's given up 5 hits, and they've stranded 6. And now runners on first and second. The tying run at the plate with nobody out here. Pitch high for a ball here in the 4th inning. Once again on our sister station, Eastern has taken a 2-1 lead over Fairfield. As Wells now again the pitch, and he misses outside. Ball 2. And you have to feel a little bit, of course, Abe Flater, you feel sorry for him. He got him right on, it looked like up about the, just in front of the ear. It hit the helmet. It did not hit him dead off of the helmet. But he did go down, and he was able to get up again and make his way off. And that's a fly ball foul down the first base line. But you also have to feel a little bit of sympathy for Cole Wells, because you can bet he didn't do it on purpose. As a matter of fact, as Flater was going to the dugout, he went over and they bumped fists, and you could tell he apologized. And it's got to be tough to go back here and pitch now, having just hit a batter like that. But anyway, it's 2 balls and a strike now on Xander Rhodes. Caden Moonstone on deck for Whiteoak. Xander Rhodes, the leadoff batter. And the pitch misses, ball 3. 3-1. Xander Rhodes is 2 for 2. He had a double to right center field, stole a base, scored the only run in the ballgame for Whiteoak, and then hit a single to center field, moved over on a wild pitch, and was stranded in the 2nd. The pitch again, and it misses outside, and it loads the bases. 2 hit batters and a walk. And Whiteoak has loaded the bases here in the bottom of the 4th. Nobody out. Caden Moonstone, the pitcher, comes to the plate. Now, Caden was hit by a pitch in the 1st inning, stole a base and was stranded. He struck out in the second inning, and we're going to have a conversation on the mound. We'll be back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever. ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com.
James Flowers, the coach for Lynchburg Clay, makes his way back to the dugout, and I'm sure the conversation was Cole Wells, it's struggling a little bit here, having hit the first batter and then hit a second batter and walked. It's just to calm him down a little bit, tell him, hey, we still got baseball, everything's okay, and he misses outside with that one, ball one. He is yet to throw a called strike here in the fourth inning. And again, 1 ball, no strikes on Caden Moonstone. Caden, a .229 batting average. He has 4 running or RBIs on the season in 35 at bats. He scored 13 runs. And the pitch, there's called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck, the number 3 batter in the order, Eli Roberts. As again, Wells has the baseball, and it's a little pop fly in the infield. The first baseman, Flowers, will step in, and he'll make the play. That's 1 down. Roberts comes to the plate, 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Now, last night, what a game he had. He had a triple, a double, and a single at Paint Stadium in one of the most unusual games I've done in my entire career, as we played 7 innings. Whiteoak coming back to tie the game in the 7th inning, and then they stopped the game, and that's where we ended, as there was a threat of rain. But the interesting part of it was there was a game to follow it, and they decided, regardless whether it rained or didn't rain, as that's called strike 1, they were going to suspend that game and move on to the second game, and I don't think I've ever seen that happen. I talked to Coach Chris Veit. He hadn't either. He was not real happy with that last night. I wouldn't have been either if my team had just come back and tied the game in the 7th inning and we weren't going to be allowed to finish it. 1 ball, 2 strikes off a foul off the first baseline off a Roberts bat. It's time again for that Higgins scoreboard update. Brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing, providing professional materials to their professional customers. The score is Lynchburg Clay 4, Whiteoak 1. And pitch outside, ball 1. All you Mustang fans got to be pleased. This ball club's much improved this year. A lot of good things happening for the Mustangs baseball team. Predominantly underclassmen, so things are looking good, at least for the next couple of years. And Lynchburg Clay's always known to put on a good baseball team. That's a bounder outside the third base bag for a foul. We often talk about it. I said this about Whiteoak and Fairfield last night. Lynchburg Clay, one of those teams that almost always wins more games than they lose, and you'll say, well, that's nothing. Yes, it is. There's a lot of teams. We have teams in our leagues that don't always win a lot of ball games. Lynchburg Clay and Whiteoak, they always win more than they lose. As the pitch now, and it's fouled down the first base line again. And the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. But this year we're blessed with a lot of good baseball teams. And again, that game going on our sister station, as I said, you've got Eastern, the first place team in Division 1, Lynchburg Clear, the second place team in Division 1. Just with 1 loss difference separating them. That pitch is outside, even the count 2-2. Then you have Whiteoak, the team here, in first place in Division II, and Fairfield, the team that Eastern is playing, tied with Whiteoak in Division I. So we've got 4 teams atop of both divisions. And then you got Peebles right on the heels in Division II. As now the pitch. And that's foul back as Roberts is really making Wells work. There's one down. The bases are loaded. Roberts, the number 3 batter in the order. Jonah Michael, the cleanup batter on deck. And as I pause in the picture, and that pitch misses outside. And that count will go full at 3-2. I'm blessed to enjoy the company of Mr. and Mrs. Bob McLean tonight up here in the scores in the press box. Bob is usually up here, but tonight joined by his lovely wife. It's always fun to have good company when you're doing a ball game. Wells the pitch, and it's outside for a walk, and he'll walk in a run. Butler will come in to score. He's the pinch runner for Flater. Storms will move over now to third. Xander Rhodes will be at second, and Roberts is at first. Roberts will get an RBI, and that lead is now 4-2. Lynchburg Clay leading Whiteoak. There's still one out. Bases loaded. Jonah Michael, the freshman, at the plate. And that pitch is called strike 1. What a statement Chris Veit is saying about this young gentleman when he thinks he's good enough to bat him 4th in the lineup and only a freshman. That speaks volumes. Swing and a miss. He liked that one. He had plans. No balls, 2 strikes. We'll get inside the game with the Adams County Regional Medical Center coach's comments after our final out, presented by ACRMC Family Medicine. And he swings and misses and strikes out. That'll be the second out of the inning. The bases remain loaded as now Jason Applegate, the first baseman, comes to the plate. Now Jason is 2 for 2. He had an infield single for an RBI and stranded in the first. Had a single to right field, moved over to a wild pitch and stranded in the second. Cole Wells, the starting pitcher, still on the mound. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. On deck, the catcher, Dakota Clift. And that's foul back. The count remains no balls, 2 strikes. We're in the 4th inning here. After the game, we'll bring you the final stats in the John Wood Insurance postgame show presented by John Wood Insurance in Georgetown, Owensville, West Union, and Peebles. The pitch again. Swing and a miss. And Wells works himself out of a jam, gives up only 1 run. Lynchburg Clay will come to bat still leading 4-2. Back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
I'm too hot.
I'm too cold. Well, I'm just right, thanks to Schaefer Heating and Cooling.
Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro have been your comfort experts since 1985. For service, repair, installation, and more, visit SchaeferHVAC.us or call for a free quote at 937-466-1080. The hot summer months are coming. Let Schaefer Heating and Cooling service your AC unit ahead of time or call for 24-hour emergency service.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just in time for me to tell you, Cole Wells jumped on a pitch and hit it to center field for an out. And with one down, that'll bring Braden West to the plate. As Lynchburg Clay, I'm sure, would like to get some runs back here. We're in the top of the 5th inning. They lead 4-2 over the Whiteoak Wildcats. And that game on our sister station again, Eastern, has now jumped out to a 3-1 lead over Fairfield. Thanks to Roberts Paving in Hillsboro for being one of our season sponsors. Roberts Paving, your premier paving contractor in all of Southern Ohio. 2 balls and a strike now. Okay, excuse me, 2 balls and no strikes on Braden West. And it's a ground ball into left field for a base hit. And Braden West is at first with a single to left field. That'll bring Trevor Niehaus to the plate. Let's get another Higgins scoreboard update brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing in Hillsboro and Jackson. And again, the score is Lynchburg Clay Mustangs 4, Whiteoak 2. Whiteoak, by the way, and they're reminiscent of the Yankees, black and white pinstripes, orange numerals trimmed in black. They're the home team, of course, on the scoreboard. And that's a swing and a miss for a strike. Niehaus chased one there. No balls and a strike. Christian Flowers on deck for the Mustangs. First-year head coach James Flowers has put together a nice ball club here. They throw over to first. Back on his belly is Braden West. And they throw over, and it gets away from the first baseman, and the runner will advance. Pretty good recovery throw by Applegate, but just a little too late. So that'll be an E3. Now you'll have a runner in scoring position on second base. And again, Moonstone, both starting pitchers still on the mound, by the way. Moonstone has struck out 2, he's walked 1, given up 7 hits. There's been 3 errors behind him, 4 runners stranded, and 4 runs scored. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now. As again, the look in the pitch. And it's a little grounder to the third baseman. Michael will play it. He'll throw it to first to get the batter for the second out of the inning. The lead runner, West, will hold. And that'll bring Christian Flowers to the plate. Flowers, a .267 batter. He's 1 for 2 in the game. He had a single back in the first inning. Was stranded. The pitch again, and this a little nubber to the third baseman again. Michael will play it. He throws to first. 3 outs. They strand 1. We move to the bottom of the 5th. Whiteoak trailing 4-2. They'll bat right after this on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well. and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right, it's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103, weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio, 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. First two pitches in, Dakota Cliff takes strike two. It'll be Dakota Cliff, Jacob Kiley, and Abraham Flater. It'll be as strike three called, and quickly for one down. Jacob Kiley will come to the plate. He's the DH for the Whiteoak Wildcats. Caden Butler on deck. He's in replacement of Abraham Flater. Wells on the mound, and it's a little bounder past the mound. The shortstop West will play it. He throws it to first. 2 down. And that'll bring Caden Butler to the plate. Butler, a right-handed batter, stands in to face the right-handed pitching Wells. And it's a chopper over the mound. The shortstop will play it. Nice play there on the part of Braden West. He'll throw it to first. 3 down. And that was a quick 5th inning. We're back. We move to the top of the 6th. Mustangs will bat, leading 4-2. After this, here on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right, it's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103, weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio, 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
Stomach hungry for dinner, and the best way to tame that savage beast is by feeding it a Beast Pizza from Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Beast Pizza.
The Beast Pizzas equal to 3 large pizzas. Get one with 1 topping, only $26.99. Or get the Junior Beast, bigger than an extra large with 1 topping, only $15.99. For fast, snappy delivery, go to snappytomato.com.
Snappy delivery.
Asher Faust, and it's a ground ball to the second baseman Roberts. He'll throw it to Applegate. Scored 4-3, 1 down. That was quick. And that brings Asher Faust to the plate. Asher 1 for 2. He had a single back there in the second inning. Single right field and scored a run. Scored the 4th run of the ball game, and it's been really silent since then, as we are in the top of the 6th inning. Lynchburg Clay batting. And Faust takes strike 1. Thanks to First State Bank for making this broadcast possible. There's a First State Bank branch near you in southern Ohio and northern Kentucky, or if not, there certainly will be soon. We also want to thank you for our season sponsors, including Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro. Pitch high for a ball. They are your comfort experts since 1985. It's that time of year. Get that air conditioning checked out. 3 balls, no strikes. And that's called strike. And the count goes 3-1. As I said, we are in the top of the 6th inning. And it's foul back right here in front of us. And again, it's time for that Higgins scoreboard update. Brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing. And as I said, the score is 4-2. The Mustangs leading the Wildcats. 1 down, Faust at the plate. And swing and a miss. And he's strikeout victim number 3 to Moonstone. That'll be the second out of the inning. And that brings Cody Bell to the plate. Cody's 1 for 2. Had an infield single, stole a base, and was stranded in the 4th. And he jumps on that one and grounds it to the pitcher as Moonstone throws to first. 3 up, 3 down. We're back after this. We move to the bottom of the 6th. Whiteoak bats trailing by 2. Right after this here on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Ron Lynch, can help. If you have more questions and answers about what's next, we can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 481 Tucker Drive in Maysville. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
You know, the C103 Dirt Racing Tour is coming back to the airwaves soon. Be sure to stay tuned and for our schedule announcement coming up in the next few weeks. Boy, Kyle and the guys, they always do a great job. If you haven't listened in, a lot of interest in dirt racing, dirt track racing in our area. They bring you an entire season of it. And we want to thank again season sponsors, including Baxla Tractor Sales in Seaman and Batavia, your local dealer for Kubota, Land Pride, Exmark, and more. As first pitch is in, call ball 1. Second pitch is in, ball 2. That's Cameron Storms standing in for Whiteoak. They trail 4-2. Storms, Rhodes, and Stone in that order. Whiteoak coming off of a tie game last night at Paint Stadium. As the pitch down, and that'll go 3-1. Before the game, it's Between the Baselines, brought to you by Ron Lynch at Edward Jones Investments in Maysville, and that's called a strike, and the count goes full at 3-2. I believe I lost track of the count. I will admit that. And that pitch is high and inside, and he walks him. That'll put a runner on first base. That'll bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Xander Rhodes. That's Ron Lynch at Edward Jones Investments. Listen in early and let Ron help you plan early for your future. And once again, here in the 6th inning, it's time to get another one of those scoreboard updates. Brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing in Hillsboro and Jackson. And again, the score 4-2. Lynchburg Clay leading Whiteoak. Now, Whiteoak was down by 2 last night against Wellston and came back. This Lynchburg Clay Ball Club Well, I'll tell you what, Wells has been dealing on the mound, and they played some great defense. It'll be interesting if Whiteoak can pull that off tonight. As the ball gets past the first baseman, they threw it over to first to try to make the play. It gets past the first baseman, and advancing to second is Storms. And that'll be an E3. So now you have Storms at second base. Rhodes at the plate, and it's a fly ball to deep left field. And the left fielder's there. He'll make the play. They'll hold the runner with a good throw in. Cody Bell with a nice throw in from left field, holds the runner at second, and now there's one down. That'll bring Caden Moonstone to the plate. Caden is 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch. Stole a base and was stranded in the first. Moonstone a .229 batting average. He's got 4 RBIs on the season with a .491 on base percentage. That pitch is called strike one. Don't forget to stay tuned after the game as we name our Snappies player of the game. That's brought to you by Snappies and Seaman in West Union. The pitch again, called strike two. Good looking pitch, fastball on the outside edge. Cole Wells is on the mound. Elam Faust behind the plate. Christian Flowers at first. Asher Faust at second. Trevor Niehaus is at third. Braden West is the shortstop. The pitch again. Misses outside for a ball. In the outfield, left to right, it's Cody Bell, Josiah Burns, and Austin Bell for the Lynchburg Clay Mustangs. 1-2 the count now on Caden Moonstone. Moonstone, one of the only seniors starting for this ball club. There's only 3 of them. And they throw down to third base, and the runner is safe. As Moonstone strikes out, though, and that'll be the second out of the inning. And that'll bring Eli Roberts to the plate. With Cameron Stones at third. Whiteoak down by 2. And high school baseball, we only play 7 innings. So Whiteoak, if you're a Whiteoak fan, you want to see them get something going here. They only have one more opportunity. Swing and a miss. He was going for the fences. No balls and a strike. Roberts owns the only home run recorded for Whiteoak this year. It's a .366 batter. He's had 2 doubles and a triple and a home run on the season. Excuse me, I should say 3 doubles and a triple. That pitch is ball 1. Jonah Michael, the third baseman on deck, again for the Whiteoak Wildcats. And now again the pitch. And that's fouled back out of play. Roberts stands in. What a gorgeous day. The American flag just fluttering out there, just beautiful. Pitch outside, ball 3. On Roberts. Being very careful with Eli Roberts. And again the pitch. And this one's a line drive into left field. They'll score at least 1 run. Bell is over to cut it off as Roberts will hold it first with a RBI single to left field. So Roberts at first now. That makes the score 4-3. Whiteoak pulls back within 1. The scoring is Cameron Storms. And that brings Jonah Michael, the freshman third baseman, to the plate. He's a left-handed batter. He's 2 for 3, and James Flowers is going to go to the mound and have a conversation with his pitcher. We'll be back after this on 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio TV.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure that was just a conversation with Coach Flowers with his pitcher Wells to settle him down a little bit. Remind him, of course, that his ball club is still ahead in the score. They're leading 4-3. At the plate now, Jonah Michael with the tying run at first. Michael representing the go-ahead run. As they throw in, the pitch is in for a strike, and Roberts moves over as they make the play down to second base, but Roberts was there easily with a stolen base. And no balls and one strike now in Jonah Michael, and that pitch high for a ball. Again, the tying run on second base. We are in the bottom of the sixth inning.
3-1, Eastern still on top, seventh inning.
And on our sister station, it's the seventh inning. Eastern is leading Fairfield 3-1. That game just a little bit ahead of us. The pitch again, and that's fouled out of play. But very important game for Lynchburg Clay here. If Lynchburg Clay wins, they stay one game behind Eastern, at least if the game ends over there the way it is right now. And, of course, if Whiteoak loses, they remain tied with Fairfield. Fairfield would stand alone in Division II, and it's called strike three for the third out of the inning. They strand one, but they score one. They trail by one. Lynchburg Clay will bat leading 4-3. We move to the top of the seventh inning right after this here on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever. ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com.
We are in the top of the seventh inning. Lynchburg Clay Mustangs leading 4-3. As a leadoff batter up there, he shows bunt. Elam Faust, nice bunt. They throw it down to first base, and it pulls the first baseman off the bag. And with a nice little bunt single, Elam Faust is on at first for the Mustangs. Well executed. Hit it right down the third base line, and he's safe at first as Mustangs would like to get that run back that Whiteoak just scored in that last one. Josiah Burns, the catcher, will come to the plate now. Josiah has reached twice, once on a fielder's choice and once on an error. He scored once, stranded once. They throw over to first. The runner's back. Josiah Burns batting second in the order. Cole Wells, the pitcher, is up next. Thanks to our season sponsors bringing you this game, including Southern Hills Community Bank, with 8 locations across Adams, Brown, and Highland counties. The runners back as they throw over again.
Eastern won 3-1.
And a final score just in. Eastern defeats Fairfield 3-1. So it's critical for both of these ball clubs, and we're going to have a stop in action, and Coach Chris Veit's going to come out and have a conversation with the pitcher. We'll be right back after this on 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio TV.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
1 game behind Eastern. Eastern undefeated in league play. And it's critical for the Mustangs to win this to stay within 1 game. Of course, we're still early in the season. There's still a lot of games to be played. But good baseball this year in the SHAC. 1 ball, 1 strike. Baseball's gotten better every season for the last few years. And the pitch is in, the runner goes. They throw down to second, and the runner's safe. So Faust is credited with a stolen base. He's at second. There's nobody out. Josiah Burns at the plate. Starting pitcher, Moonstone, still on the mound, and that gets away from the catcher, but the runner will hold. As we spoke earlier, there's not a lot of room behind the plate here at Whiteoak. And as long as the catcher knows where the baseball is, you don't have a lot of room for error if you're a runner. Now, as we saw earlier, if it gets away from the catcher and he loses sight of it, that's a different story. Caden Moonstone, the pitch, and it's a line shot right up the middle. Isaiah Clift will have to play it on the bounce, and on the play, the runner will be at third, and a little mental lapse as Whiteoak will allow the batter to advance to second. So now you have runners on second and third off of a single to center field. So Lynchburg Clay already up by 1, 4-3. Cole Wells at the plate, chance to help himself out here. Swing and a miss, he chased an outside fastball, strike 1. After the game, we'll bring you the final stats in the John Wood Insurance postgame show. That's John Wood Insurance in Georgetown, Owensville, West Union, and Peebles. Pitch again, swing and a miss, strike 2. And again, time for that Higgins scoreboard update, brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing in Hillsboro and Jackson. The score, 4-3. Lynchburg Clay leading Whiteoak. Pitch gets away from the catcher, but again, stays in play enough. The runner will hold at third. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. On deck batters Braden West, the shortstop. For the Mustangs. Swing and a miss, and Wells goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. That'll be the 5th strikeout credited to Moonstone here in the ball game. We'll also get inside the game with the Adams County Regional Medical Center coaches' comments after our final out, presented by ACRMC Family Medicine. And this time the ball gets away from the catcher and the runner will score. And now it gets away from the pitcher on the return play and 2 runs will score. So the Mustangs increase their lead 6-3 as they play add-on. And the first run scores on a wild pitch. The second run scores on an E2. 2 unearned runs. And Lynchburg Clay takes a 6-3 lead here with 1 down. Now there's nobody on. Braden West at the plate. And the pitch high and in, ball 1. Don't often see that. Caden Moonstone out there taking shoes off. As he removes his left shoe, I guess he had to make that play at home plate and filled his shoe with brick dust. It's probably not very comfortable. On deck, Trevor Niehaus for the Mustangs. And that pitch is a ball. And the umpire and the pitch high, and he walked him. Trevor Niehaus will come to the plate now as there's some conversation going back and forth between the dugout and the umpire. He actually took his mask off and walked a few steps down toward the dugout on first base side. Somebody in the dugout questioning the strike zone. Score 6-3 now. Runner on first base, Braden West. Trevor Niehaus comes to the plate. Niehaus is 1 for 3, and it's a ground ball to the pitcher. They'll get the runner at second. Can they turn 2? They do. That'll be the second and third outs of the inning. But Mustangs get 2 more runs. They take a 6-3 lead. Whiteoak will bat, trailing by 3 as we move to the bottom of the 7th. Right after this here on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
I'm too hot.
I'm too cold. Well, I'm just right, thanks to Schaefer Heating and Cooling.
Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro have been your comfort experts since 1985. For service, repair, installation, and more, visit SchaeferHVAC.us or call for a free quote at 937-466-1080. The hot summer months are coming. Let Schaefer Heating and Cooling service your AC unit ahead of time or call for 24-hour emergency service.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As Whiteoak Wildcats will bat. And again, remember, in high school baseball, we only play 7 innings. And we're at the bottom of the 7th. Whiteoak will come to the plate trailing by 3. And they will send Jason Applegate, Dakota Clift, and Jacob Kiley to the plate in that order. As the Mustangs send their starting pitcher back out there. Wells has struck out 11, walked only 2, given up 6 hits. There's been 4 stolen bases. He hit 2 batters, 1 error, and they have stranded a total of 10 runners and scored 3 runs. Jason Applegate will come to the plate now as he's 2 for 3 in the ball game. Right-handed batter stands in, and he fouls the first one back, strike 1. Stay tuned after the ball game for our John Woods Insurance postgame show. And, of course, we will talk to the winning coach, our ACRMC Family Medicine Coach's Comment show. And, of course, we will name a Snappies player of the game. And that pitch is down for a ball. 1-1. Again, mark your calendars. May 10th, Manchester High School. It'll be the SHAC. As a swing and a miss. The SHAC track meet, if you've never seen one, make sure you make your way down there. If you can't make your way down there, even better yet, well, not better yet, but take a look at it on Good Guys Radio TV. We'll be there broadcasting the entire event, and I should say events, the sprints, the distance running, the field events as the count goes 2 balls and a strike, and the pitch again, and it misses inside. Excuse me, they say it got him. So it'll be a runner at first base. Dakota Clift will come to the plate. Dakota's 0 for 3 in the ball game. He has struck out 3 times, but he did reach on a wild pitch on a 3rd strike in the 3rd inning. And again, we're going to have a conversation. The mound, James Flowers is out to talk to his pitcher. We might have a pitching change. We're going to have to see what's happening. But we'll be back after this on 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio TV.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right. It's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio, 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous, too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
Stomach hungry for dinner, and the best way to tame that savage beast is by feeding it a Beast Pizza from Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Beast Pizza.
The Beast Pizzas equal to 3 large pizzas. Get one with 1 topping, only $26.99. Or get the Junior Beast, bigger than an extra large with 1 topping, only $15.99. For fast, snappy delivery, go to snappytomato.com.
Snappy delivery.
Welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen. And we've had a pitching change. Cole Wells will leave the pitcher's mound. Now, in high school baseball, of course, It's not always, the pitcher doesn't always go to the bullpen or whatever. Coming into pitch will be Christian Flowers. He's pitched 14 in the third innings this season. His record is 3-0. He struck out 14. He has a .907 whip and a 2.44 ERA as he comes to the mound. And on the pitch, it's outside for ball one. And Jason Applegate advances to second base. There's nobody down here in the seventh inning. Lynchburg Clay up 6-3, and that pitch is outside, ball two. But on that, Christian Flowers moves from first base to pitch. Cole Wells will go to shortstop, and the shortstop, Braden West, will go to first. And Flowers looks at the runner and the pitch, and it's a little grounder to the pitcher. He'll play it. He'll make the play to first. One down. On the play, Applegate moves over to third. And that'll bring Jacob Kiley to the plate. Jacob is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Had an infield single. Was stranded. That was back in the second inning. He's the freshman designated hitter for the Wildcats. And again, the right-handed batter, and fouled off the side, strike one. On deck batter would be Caden Butler. Caden batting in replacement for Abe Flater. Abraham Flater took a pitched ball to the helmet. He was able to leave the game on his own power and everything, and that's a little pop fly, shallow behind second base. It could be trouble. It is. It drops, and a run will score, and safe at first is Jacob Kiley. Credit him with an RBI, and Whiteoak is back within two now, make it 6-4. And again, nobody down, one down, as that'll bring Caden Butler. But let me finish that for Abe Flater. I think he was removed just for precautionary because the trainer was here, had a conversation with him. He talked to Coach Chris Veit, and he was wanting to stay in. And they said, no, let's take you out. And they went ahead and he walked to the dugout. And, of course, we're hoping that's the case. I'm pretty sure that's the case, that he's okay. As the umpire is out, I don't know what that conversation is about. As Caden Butler stands in, the right-handed batter. They throw over to first base, and the runner is back. Okay, yeah, we do have a pinch hitter, not for Butler. And that pitch is out, gets away from the catcher. The runner will advance to second. And now batting is Christian Height. Pitch is outside again. Okay, and I'm corrected here. It's a little tough to check. Butler's still hitting. Height is actually running. Height's a pinch runner. So Butler's at the plate, and that pitch is in finally for a strike. And the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Butler has batted 8 times, has a 125 batting average. Swing and a miss. And it evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cameron Storms on deck. 1 run is in here, but Mustangs still leading by 2, 6-4, with 1 down. As again the pitch, Swing and a miss. He chased one on the outside. 2 down. That'll bring Cameron Storms to the plate. Cameron is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and stranded in the 4th. And then in that 6th inning, where Whiteoak scored a run, he's the one that scored it as he walked, moved over on an error, and then scored a run. Right-handed batter against the right-handed pitching Christian Flowers in relief of Cole Wells. The pitch is in, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And that's a little line shot off the third baseman. The shortstop will play it. They'll throw it to first, and the runner is safe. And the first baseman is not happy. And the umpire is adamant to say that the runner was safe. And that'll put a runner at first base. And now Coach James Flowers is going to be out to have a conversation with the umpire. So I try to gather things up here. That was a hot ball to the third baseman. It bounced off his glove. The shortstop, Wells, recovered it, threw it to first base. And where Braden West tried a slap tag, the umpire said he missed. So on that play, the runner moves over to third base. So now Whiteoak has a runner at third base. The tying run is at first base in the form of Cameron Storms for Xander Rhodes to come to the plate. Now Xander is 2 for 3 on the night with a walk and a couple of base hits. One of those is a double. He's your leadoff batter with a .400 batting average. They throw over to first. The runner's back. And again, the tying run on first. The winning run is at the plate. And the runner goes, and he'll advance to second uncontested. So now you'll have runners at second and third, both runners in scoring position. Rhodes ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. And again, the wind in the pitch, and it misses outside, ball 2. 2-0. We started the inning when Applegate was hit by a pitch. It just brushed his shirt, and he ended up at first and scored a run. Flowers taking a lot of time, looks at the runners and the pitch again, and it's called strike 1. 2-1. Caden Moonstone, the pitcher, on deck for the Whiteoak Wildcats. Rhodes has 6 RBIs on the season, by the way. And that one's in the dirt. And the count goes to 3-1. Rhodes, as I said, a .400 batting average, .571 on base percentage. He's had 6 doubles on 16 hits and 40 at bats. The count 3 balls and a strike. As the pitch, it's called strike 2. The count will go full. Now there's 2 outs. The runners will be going. This is the payoff pitch. 2 down, runners on second and third, tying run on second, and the pitch. And he drives it to left field. The left fielder is there. Cody Bell will make the play. And the Lynchburg Clay Mustangs have knocked off the Whiteoak Wildcats. Final score, 6-4. And we end the inning. In that inning, Whiteoak does score 1 on a couple of hits and a hit batter. And they strand 2, but they come up short as the Mustangs knock off the Wildcats 6-4. We're back after this. Up next, it's the John Woods Insurance postgame show. But first this, here on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Ron Lynch, can help. If you have more questions and answers about what's next, we can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 481 Tucker Drive in Maysville. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Peebles. And again, it's the Mustangs knocking off the Whiteoak Wildcats. The final score 6-4 as Whiteoak drops to 11-3 and 6-2. And on the other hand, Lynchburg Clay improves their record to 6-6 and 4-1. And as I said earlier, Eastern having won tonight, so Lynchburg Clay will still remain one game out of first place. But Whiteoak remains tied with Fairfield because the team that Eastern defeated tonight was, of course, the Fairfield Lions. And the Fairfield Lions, now both of them will have 2 losses, so they'll remain atop of Division II. The winning pitcher, Cole Wells, the losing pitcher, Caden Moonstone, as we'll continue to put together some individual and team stats here. As I said, the final winner in the ball game was Cole Wells, and the losing pitcher was Caden Moonstone, as Chris Flowers, in relief of Wells, came in and struck out 1, gave up 2 hits, and they stranded 2. In the ball game, the Whiteoak Wildcats struck out a total of 12 times. There were 2 walks. They were credited with 8 hits. There was 4 stolen bases. There was 3 hit batters. There was 1 error. They stranded a total of 12. And, of course, they scored 4 runs. On the other side of things, the Mustangs struck out 5 times. There was 2 walks. They had a total of 10 hits. There were 3 errors. They stranded 5. And they gave up 4 runs. So Cole Wells, again, the winning pitcher for the Mustangs. Now, let's take a look at individual stats if we could now. As the Xander Rhodes, let's take a look at the Whiteoak Wildcats individual stats. As Xander Rhodes was... Xander Rhodes was 2 for 4 with a walk. And I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick break. Joining me, head coach James Flowers with the Lynchburg Clay Mustangs. We'll have our ACRMC Coaches Comment Show right after this on 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio and Good Guys Radio TV. Right after this here on 99.5 The Edge.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever. ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com.
Thanks for welcoming me. I'm glad we can be here.
Yeah, it's we always kiddingly say this is our big reward for winning the ball game. I don't know how much of a reward it is, but we'll look at it that way anyway, right?
It's a great reward. I have a face for the radio.
Yeah, there we go. That makes two of us. Well, we've always got a running joke. We talk to, often we'll have coaches, I don't want to talk on the radio, and then they finally figure out when they get to talk, it means you won. And it's always good to win the ball game, isn't it?
Then I'll gladly talk every time.
There we go. That said, Whiteoak's a pretty tough opponent, aren't they?
They're a solid ball club. Coach well. They do all the fundamental things, run the bases extremely well, and they're just a great hitting ball club. Cole's probably one of the elite pitchers in the SHAC, and all night long they gave him fits.
Well, and to come away with a win tonight, this is the kind of team your team needs to beat, because Whiteoak does. They do. They keep the pressure on all night. They don't ever let up, and it teaches your kids some big lessons as the season goes on, doesn't it?
Yeah. We had a young team the last couple of years. Now we're 10 juniors loaded. I think a lot of that experience has paid off and let them win these close games now.
Well, and that said, I liked your ball club in all phases. High school baseball, we're going to kick the ball around a little bit, and it's not always going to be perfect defense, but I think your kids played through whatever challenges they had tonight, didn't they?
Yeah, no, I was very proud. Haven't played on this field, obviously. I don't know much about it. Grass is awful thick, likes to slow things down. That's a change from what we're used to.
Right.
We made the adjustment. Couple young kids out there for us. Still, a couple freshmen really stepping up, some sophomores, and I couldn't be happier with how we're playing defense and pitching.
Well, Caden Moonstone, good pitcher to face off again against as well. You got 2 hits, and again, those 2 hits were spread throughout the lineup. And again, that's where a lot of the high school teams fail. First of all, you start out with just 1 pitcher instead of multiples, and you obviously have more than that. But you also spread the hitting about, and that's, again, going to translate into some success.
Yeah, we started the season really struggling at the plate. We've put in a lot of work towards that. I think we're seeing the ball well. The sky is finally opening up and not dropping water. It's helping us play with some consistency, and I just couldn't be prouder where we're at the moment.
What do you tell the kids to take away from tonight? Well, this is the only time you'll see Whiteoak this year, and it's a big rivalry. But, you can't base the entire season on this win, can you?
You cannot. We have a long way to go, thanks to Mother Nature. The mental side. Mentally, we stayed checked in all night, which allowed us to come away with this victory in a close ball game.
Cole Wells, tremendous pitching job tonight. I thought he showed a lot of character. Let's face it, a pitch got away from him. He hit a Whiteoak player. Obviously, it upset him visibly there for a bit, but he was able to gather it back in and put things together and finish the ball game.
Absolutely. First of all, prayers to that young man. Hopefully he bounces back quickly. Seemed okay. We're going to hope that stays that way for him. Cole is one of the elites in the league on the mound, without a doubt. Didn't have his best stuff tonight. Ran into a couple road bumps, but he worked through them. Was really glad to see him get through the 5th when we were struggling. Figured it out, found the zone, we got through it, and here I am talking to you.
Well, Coach, Fun team to watch. I think this was supposed to be the third time we had you. Instead, it's the first time. We'll get some more makeups going through the season. But it's going to be a challenge, especially pitching-wise. How tough is it going to be because you're going to have a lot of games back-to-back coming up? How tough is it going to be on your ball game to finish up with the pitching?
I think we'll be fine. We go 7-8 deep. A couple freshmen in there been throwing the ball really well. We've had one bad outing pitching-wise, so I look for that to fix itself, and we'll be fine. We'll bounce back.
We look forward to seeing you.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Thank
Coach
you, Don,
James
for being
Flowers. Coach James Flowers joins us here on the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. We'll be right back as we continue the John Woods post-game show here on 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio TV. Thanks, James.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to our John Woods Insurance post-game show. It's now time to take a look at individual as well as finalize some team stats. We start things off with a look at the Whiteoak Wildcats as they come away the losing end of things tonight as the final score 6-4 as they come away the losers here against the Lynchburg Clay Mustangs. Let's take a look at that as Xander Rhodes was 2 for 4 on the night, had a double in the first inning, stole a base and scored a run. Second inning had a single to center field, moved over a wild pitch and was stranded. He walked in the fourth and was stranded as well. Caden Moonstone was 0 for 3 and hit by a pitch. He was hit by a pitch, stole a base and stranded in the first. And Eli Roberts was 1 for 3 with a walk as he walked, and in that case walked in a run for an RBI and was stranded in the fourth, then hit a single to left field, stole a base, and was stranded in the sixth, but credited for an RBI as well. Jonah Michael was 0 for 4. Jason Applegate was 2 for 3. Jason hit an infield single and an RBI and stranded in the first. Had a single to right field, stole a base, and was stranded in the third. Hit by a pitch and scored a run in the seventh. Dakota Clift was 0 for 4, but did reach on a wild pitch on a third strike called in the third inning, but was stranded. Jacob Kiley was 2 for 4 with an RBI, had an infield single, and was stranded in the second, and then had a single to right field and driving in the final run scored by Whiteoak and stranded in the seventh. Abe Flaters batted twice. He was 0 for 1, but hit by a pitch, and later the pinch runner scored. Our prayers are with Abe. Abe did take a pitched ball to the helmet. He was able to walk off the field, but they took him out of the game just for, I'm sure, precautionary measures. But Abe, again, we'll be thinking about you, Abe. We hope you get back to play in the next game. And Caden Butler, in replacement for Abe, went 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Cameron Storms was 0 for 1, but hit by a pitch. As he hit by a pitch and stranded in the fourth, walked, moved over on an error, and scored in the sixth, and then had an infield single and was stranded in the seventh. Now, for the Lynchburg Clay Mustangs, it was Elam Faust, 2 for 4. as he reached on an error and was stranded in the first, had a single to right field and was stranded in the fourth, had a bunt single, moved over on a wild pitch, stole a base, and scored a run in the seventh. Josiah Burns was 1 for 4 as he reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run in the first, reached on an error, was stranded in the second, had a single to center field, moved over on an error, and scored in the seventh. Cole Wells was 2 for 4 with an RBI, had a single to left field, scored a run in the first, had a single to left field for an RBI and stranded in the second. And Braden West was 1 for 3 with a walk as he was credited with an RBI driving and a run in that first inning, had a single to left field, moved over on an error and was stranded in the fifth, walked, and was forced in the seventh. Trevor Niehaus was 1 for 4. Trevor had a single in the first inning, but was forced for the third out of the inning. And then Kristen Flowers was 1 for 3. Kristen had a single to center field and was stranded in the first. Austin Bell was 0 for 4. He walked and moved over and scored a run. Walked and moved over on an error and scored a run. And then Asher Faust was 1 for 3. Asher had a single to right field, drove in a run for an RBI and scored a run in the second inning. And Cody Bell was 1 for 3 with a stolen base. He had an infield single, stole a base, and was stranded in the fourth. Pitching, Caden Moonstone is a losing pitcher. He struck out 5, gave up 2 walks. There were 10 hits, 3 errors. They stranded 5, and he gave up 4 runs. Now, for the winning pitcher, Cole Wells, he struck out 11, walked 2, gave up a total of 6 hits. There were 2 hit batters, and they stranded 12. Chris Flowers in relief pitched 2/3 of an inning, and he struck out 1, gave up 2 hits, and they stranded 2. Once again, the final score 6-4. Now it's time to name our Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Game. Snappy Tomato Pizza in West Union and Seaman. And we're happy to tell you it's a young gentleman that pitched 6 1/3 innings tonight, and actually 6 complete innings tonight. As Flowers, I said he pitched 2/3. He actually pitched 1 full inning. But Cole Wells, the winning pitcher, is our Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Game. Cole also was 2 for 4 with an RBI, had a great night at the plate, scored a run, but he's the winning pitcher over a very good Whiteoak ball club. As again, Whiteoak comes away on the short side as Lynchburg Clay improves the record to 6-6 and 4-1. They remain in second place in Division 1 game behind Eastern. And Whiteoak, on the other hand, stays in first place, even with the loss, as they go to 11-3 and 6-2. Special thanks to all of our sponsors, and of course, Sarah Rigdon for being our studio producer, and Brandon Rigdon, our producer director on Good Guys Radio TV. We'll be back on the air Saturday morning, and our pregame, our Between the Baseline show at about 10:40. Our first pitch at about 11 a.m. It'll be North Adams hosting Peebles from North Adams High School. And now from me and everybody here at 99.5 and Good Guys Radio TV, I'm Don Bowles wishing you a pleasant good evening. Once again, it's the Mustangs defeating the Wildcats 6-4, and Cole Wells, our Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Game. Have a good evening, folks, and thanks for listening and watching Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.